I know it's late on a Saturday night, and I know everybody probably hanging out, having a good time. Don't expect anybody to pull up. I'm getting my IG together. I said I was gonna stop doing this on IG again. I said I was gonna stop doing it on IG and just stick with YouTube, but I get a little bit more time. Put on here, go to YouTube, because this right here is important. This right for everybody who always, said, called me crazy for talking about the algo and talk about it's only one algo, and everybody that got all kind of jokes about you ICT and the algo and all everybody that ever had jokes about the app. Shout out to homie Father Legends. I hope Father Legends tuning in right now. The homie Father Legends dropped the video in the Discord. I was sitting down this evening. My wife went and hung out with her sister. I ain't had nothing to do. I was sitting down and started watching the video. And in this video, this cat dropped a gem. And I said, my ears perked up. Whenever I hear somebody say something, see, I don't like watching them videos that be like, oh, do this entry technique. Oh, do this in this pattern or this right here. I don't like all that. I like when you sit down and just talk and you give out the real gems behind it. That's what a lot of people don't understand about ICT concepts. They think it's all about what patterns it is and all. They don't understand what it's really about, so they can't get it. And now I got concrete proof that the algo is real. Well, Tim, how you got concrete proof? I'm glad you asked that question, little Timmy Rogers. I'm gonna stop burying the lead, and we gonna get into before we get into it. Before we did this ain't no bury the lead thing. I got to shout out our new member. We got somebody else that pulled up and decided they wanted to support the channel in a financial way today. On my off day, when I'm off on Saturdays, and y'all see what they say right there, Miss Ange, I'm gonna say Miss A&G, right? Joined the Black Spider Squad 0 days ago. That means she signed up today. She signed up today on my off day, and I appreciate everybody that joined the subscriptions, everybody that want to support the channel in a financial way, but this right here is special to me because it happened on my off day. I wasn't doing nothing but just chilling. And she decided she wanted, since we in here shouting out Miss Ange for welcome to the team, Miss Ange. The channel memberships are totally unnecessary, but they are very much appreciated. You taking hard-earned money out your pocket and supporting my YouTube channel in a financial way. You're putting your money where your mouth is. Even though YouTube taking 30% of that money, but you still putting your money where your mouth is. You hear me? Let's shout out everybody that got a new fancy dancing badge. We shout out, I think we shout out L. Demery. Yep, we shouted out there, but let's see who else. Okay, T. Lewis got a new fancy dancing badge. The homie Zay got a fancy dancing badge. Rodwell got a fancy dancing badge. For anybody who don't know what the badges are, the longer you support the channel in a financial way, your badge gets updated. This is YouTube's default settings. They got new after a month, less than 2, after 2 months, less than 6, 6 months, less than a year, 12 months, 24 months, 34, 36 months, 48 months. That's their but I made custom badges so I can readily identify to see how long people been around. That ain't what y'all tuned in for. So let's get to what I was talking about. Tim, okay. Tim, what are you talking about? For a recap for anybody who just tuned in, or for anybody who like to fast forward through the videos and they might have missed what I was saying in the beginning, I have proof that the algo exists, right? I know you're going to say, Tim, everybody know that there are algos out there. Not algos. Algo. You know how ICT always talk about there's one algorithm that moves the market It's not about your buying and selling pressure. It's not about your stop, you moving it here. It ain't about that. There's proof that there's one entity that controls the market. And I have found it. Thanks to Father of Legends. He shared this video in the Discord. Let me share my screen again so y'all can see it. He shared this video in the Discord right here, right? I know you look at this right here and be like, oh my Lord, it's talking about SMC trader, Mr. ICT stuff again, yada, yada, yada. The young man was talking, I think he like 21 years old, and he made a statement in there, right? And me and my 50-year-old mind, when people drop statements and say, hey, you should go check this out, guess what I do? I go check it out. He dropped 3 statements, well, 3 names, right? He said DTCC. Let me move my thing out of the way so I can make, yes. He said DTCC. He said Fedwire. And he said CLS. I could care less about CLS because I don't trade Forex. But if you trade Forex, I invite you to go look at CLS. I ain't look at CLS. I ain't read through it. But I'm assuming CLS is the exact same thing as DTCC. DTCC is on the equities, the treasuries, bonds, all of that side. And this right here talk about Forex, FX, global, FX, this. I'm not an FX guy. Just want to put that out there for anybody who does FX. Well, Tim, what are you talking about? I'm talking about look up DTCC for yourself. Look up what Fedwire is for yourself. And look up what CLS is for yourself. But what I'm going to do, I already went through and read what DTCC is and what Fedwire is. Now I'm going to share my cliff notes. I didn't get a chance to write everything down, so I'm totally freestyling this. But I'm going to share my cliff notes with the people who don't like to listen to, people just talk for hours. For people who don't like to go dig and do research. For people who could care less. But my main thing is putting it out here on the internet for everybody. Let me go full screen for this. I'm putting it on the internet for everybody who told me I was crazy when I said, well, they used to say, Tim, how you think it's just one algo that control the market with all these funds, with all these hedge funds, with all these people buying and selling, all these retail traders, all the big banks control? They don't control nothing. Just like I said it's impossible for everybody to be buying all of these companies in the market move this consistently. It's impossible. The only way for the market to move this consistently is that it's only one thing that's controlling it all. And I have found it. Alas. Thank you, Father of Legends. Thank you. Even if I didn't find it, I was going to go to my grave being an Algo conspiracist. But even if I didn't find it, but thanks to you for sharing that video and helping me find it. Now, when you get to DTCC, right, come here. Now, DTCC, what it is 2 different things. It's the depository, right here, the Depository Trust Company, that's DTC, and the National Securities Clearing Corporation, NCC, and you know what I'm saying, they together, and that's where you get the DTCC. That's why it's got 2 C's on the end. You know what I'm saying? The Depository Trust Company, and then the National Securities Clearing Corporation. I'm assuming the last thing stands for clearing. I don't know. But the DTCC, that's where it come from, right? Read about it. But what you want to do is come over here to About, right? You want to, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Believe me, it's going to be good. You feel me? What's up, Larry? The biggest bear in the woods? Yeah, it was priceless what he mentioned about the clearinghouse. You hear me? Nikki looked at it. We talking about CLS
and stuff he dropped. Yes, Nikki looked at it. Nikki looked at it. Come on. Come on. What's up to everybody? I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. I ain't expecting nobody to tap in because it's 9:30 at night. I expected everybody to be like Nikki here. Look like Nikki got a drink in his hand looking out the window right there. I expected everybody to be just like this right here. Now, what you want to do when you come to DTCC, right? When you come here, right, you want to go to About. You want to go over here to About Us. And you want to go over here to Clearing and Settlement Book, right? When you click on that, it takes you to this little fancy little page right here, right? And you click on Start Exploring. And voila, what does it do? It pulls up. You got 16 different steps. Because see, you got number 1 here, number 2 there. And if you look over there, it says 16. 16, that's the glossary. But it's 16 different steps. And you can just click through here. And you can see it's going to go, and you click Learn More. Let's go back to the beginning real quick. I ain't going to go through all of them. I read through all 16. But let me break this down for you, right? Let's go to 1. Let me see if it's in 1. Let me see if it's in 1. Let's see if it's in 1. The big juicy piece. Nah, it's not in 1. Let's see what 1 talk about. Market scope, low cost, billing, international, turn serving, at central, these sellers and buyers, sellers agree to sell. Okay, DTC, it's owned by a user, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, all right. Tim, get to what you're talking about. I'm getting there, right? Boom. Let's go here. Equities, okay, equity clearance and settlements. Let's see if it's in here. Talk about the paper crunch. Talk about the paper crunch. Regulating. They identified the problem. Okay, national clearing. Okay. This some of it right here. This some of it here. This is some of it here. That's them. They talk about him immobilizing. That's part of it too. They talk about immobilizing the stuff. Okay. This piece of it right here that's leading up to it. Multilateral netting. This is very important. This is a very important step. This leading up to the proof. Multilateral netting, right? It's a process through which buy and sell positions are offset within a brokerage firm, no matter who it traded with, to reduce the number of securities that must be delivered. Multinational netting, right? They got a little thing where they show like all the people dropping their orders in, it go through like a net and it come out to less. So it's offsetting everything to reduce like the amount of transactions. Imagine you got 10 and then you reduce it down to 5 and then you reduce it down to, follow with me. That's an important piece, right? Let me go. I'm giving you the cliff notes. Read through it on your own. Building a system. I think this is when it started getting juicy. See the matching and netting over there? I think this is when it started getting juicy. Okay. Take it. Here we go right here. Let me see. Their works begin as T plus 2. That meaning like, you know what I'm saying? T is the day of the trade, plus 2 is everything gets settled 2 days later. T is the day of the trade, plus 1, everything gets settled 1 day later. T0, you get the picture. T4, T5, trade day, plus 2, you get the picture, right? Role of the central counterparty. You know what central mean? One location. The role of the central counterparty. Immobilization of paper certificates. Trades handled and recorded electronically. What does electronic mean? In the computers. Where does the algo work? In the computers. Everything is being centralized. Centralized means take it to one. Electronic, where the algo lives. So one, centralized electronics. Centralized algo. Centralized algo. One, follow me. I'm preaching tonight, right? Taking responsibility. One of the major questions in finance transaction is whether the person or organization on the other side of the deal, whether transaction is whether the person or organization on the other side of the deal, the buyer if you're selling or the seller if you're buying, will live up to the terms of the bargain. The potential default, known as counterparty risk, is serious enough when the agreement is between individuals, right? But it can be more blah, 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 right? The counterparty risk is greatly reduced by trade guarantee that the NCC offers as central counterparty. Right there. An entity that interposes itself as the buyer to the seller, selling brokerage firm, and the seller to every buying brokerage firm to guarantee a trade will be completed even if the original buyer or seller defaults. So that means that they are the buyer and the seller in every single transaction. Every single one. Remember I said? Central counterparty. Central one. They are there. They are the buyer and the seller of every transaction. Who is that? DTCC. Okay, let's go down here. What else does it look at the fancy? Look at the fancy dent. You got the NSCC and the DTC, which makes the DTCC. Remember when I said that? Okay, let's go down here. What does this say right here? Oh, let me blow this up big if I can. Let me blow it up big if I can. Oh, make it bigger, Tim. Make it. Did you know? Hold on. Did you know DTC, as a central security depository, holds custody, I messed that up, holds custody of 85 to 90% of all securities in the United States and services those assets for financial firms on behalf of investors. Let me say that again because I messed it up. Did you know DTC, as a central securities depository, holds custody of 85 to 90% of all securities in the United States and services those assets for financial firms on behalf of investors? Oh my goodness. I don't know about to y'all, but this good to me. This good to me. Let's keep going. All right. Oh, matching and netting. Ooh, let's talk about matching and netting. What is matching and netting? Right? You can go through and read to it, but just let me break it down for you like this right here. Let me break it down for you with a picture for everybody that need to visualize. Firm A. See all these people right here? Buy, sell, buy, sell. Right? They drop it in the net. 98% of trading obligations are eliminated through netting. Financial obligations are netted to a single dollar amount each day. One final dollar amount each day. So no matter what JP Morgan, no matter what BlackRock, no matter what Chase, no matter what Lil Timmy Rogers, no matter what anybody do, financial obligations are netted to a single dollar amount each day. Oh, 98% of traded obligators are eliminated through netting. All equity trades arrive at NSCC already locked in. The financial obligations are netted to a single dollar amount each day. So all equity trades, no matter who bought it, no matter who sold it, all equity trades are go to DTCC every day. Remember, NSCC and DTC make up DTCC, right? Everything go there. And once it get there, what they do, they take all the stuff that everybody did and break it down into one. I could keep going through everything that they do, right? Getting settled, tracking trades, all the, you know what I'm saying? Tracking settlement. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Look at the little circle, right? Let's go to number 1. Investors place an order to buy or sell with a broker, right? Buy, sell. Firms, brokers / dealers, firms send orders to an exchange or market execution, right? Then number 2, right? This what number 2 do. Number 2 do all that, and NCSS confirms everything. Say, okay, yeah, that's good. Everything match up. We taking that right there. That's on trade day. Then number 3, right? They issue a trade summary. Buying and selling indicates money, security, blah, 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 blah. Then number 4, you see you got down here the DTC, right? Sends instructions to DTC detailing everything. Number 5, right? DTC transfers securities electronically from selling firm accounts to NSCC accounts at DTC, and then from NSC accounts to the buying firm, right? And then number 6, over here, firms instruct the selling banks, whatever, to complete the transaction, right? So, Tim, how do you know that DTC is controlling all this? Besides all that, people can be going around them. Remember what I said? All equity transactions go through them, right? And then if you go over here, to the well, how do they do it? How do they do all of oh, let me go back before I go back, right? Let's talk about the retail and the retail now right there, and all that right there. That's clearing. Where is it? You know the favorite word everybody like to say, institutional traders. Guess who send their stuff through DTCC also? The institutional boys, the JPs, the Black Rocks, the Morgan Stanleys, the Chases. Institutional trading explained. Look at there. Client matching, opt-in, everything. Go through there and look at it. The institutional boys do it too. The institutional boys do it too. They send they got to trade. They send everything to it. They send everything go through it. The institutional boys do it too. They do it too, but they stuff so big, it tell you right here. We already knew this right here. They got a thing where they go through and they do a minimum. They said, I ain't know the exact number, but they said they had a minimum. They had a minimum right here. The big boys, they got a minimum of 10,000 shares at a time, right? And so what they do, they send it off and they break it down execute them over several days. We already knew they break it down over several days, but they break it down over several days. And then once they do all that right there, it still filters through who? DTCC, because it's on their site. And if DTCC is breaking everything down to one single price every day, who are they using to facilitate the money in the moving around? I'm glad you asked that, right? I'm glad you asked that. If you go over here, matter of fact, how do I get off this? Let me get off this. How do I get out of here? I want to just go back to the, beginning right there. All right. Go in here. I'm just going to type Fed wire in there, right? Type in Fed wire, right? End of day settlements. All I did was type in FedWire. See, I typed in FedWire, right? End of day settlements, netting and settlement services, automatic fund only service, creating ultimate settlement model. So, what is FedWire? I'm glad you asked that question. FedWire, who runs FedWire? The Federal Reserve Bank. The Federal Reserve Bank, let me blow it up big for y'all. Right? The Federal Reserve Bank provides the FedWire fund service, a real-time gross settlement system that enables participants to initiate fund transfer that are immediate, final, and irrevocable once processed. Depository institutions and certain other financial institutions that hold an account with the Federal Reserve Banks are eligible to participate in the FedWire fund service. Right? And who is the Fed? In case you don't know who the Fed is, everybody know that man right there. Everybody know him. A few people know him. Some people know her. You know what I'm saying? But everybody know him. That's Uncle Rome. That's Uncle Rome, the chairman of the Fed. So the DTCC takes every equity transaction and boils it down to one single price every day. And then what do? They have where did I go? Where was it? They have end of day settlements. They got all kind of different settlements with who? FedWire. And who is FedWire? The FedWire is ran by who? So if you have one company, one entity, should I say, because it's made up of plenty companies, one entity called DTCC, who uses an electronic algorithm to make end-of-day settlements, all kind of different settlements, right? And they take every equity transaction, breaks it down to one single dollar amount every day, and then they use FedWire to do their transactions, their settlements. They use FedWire, right? The people this is who controlling everything. They use FedWire, ran by the feds, to make their transactions. Hence the proof that there's one algo that moves the market. You feel me? I rest my case. Now trade what you see. For everybody who said, you think it's just one algo that moves the market, there go my proof. Now go read it for yourself. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Do anybody got anything before I call it? Shout out to Homie Toomey. Shout out Father of Legends for sharing that video in the Discord and giving me the proof that I needed. So when somebody look at me and tell me I'm crazy for saying it's only one algorithm, I know book, chapter, and verse to help you change your life. And if you don't want to receive what I'm telling you right now, when I turn and walk away, I'm a dust off my feet and keep walking. That's what the good book say to do. What's up, Rhonda? DXM. What's going on, Trevor? What's up, Toomey? I said, what's up to you, Toomey? I said, what's up to Nikki? Larry, I said, what's up, Otis? What's going on, Venus? What's going on, Christopher? What's happening? What's up? Big JM. Okay. What's up, Sanjay? Been a minute, my guy. What's going on, Erica? What's up, Mendez? What's up? Ain't nobody got nothing. That's all I got, man. If y'all ain't got nothing, that's all I got. What's it? Had to watch on Instagram. On Instagram, my wife just called, so it's gonna mess y'all up. I'm gonna have to hang up on y'all Instagram because my wife done called. What's up, baby?
Hey, who you talking to?
I'm on live telling everybody that I found out where the Algo reside.
Oh, I was calling to see if you need anything. I'm on the way home.
I can't think of nothing. I'm about to get off live though.
Oh, well, all right.
Everything cool with your sister?
Yeah, everything good.
Okay, y'all just hanging out?
Yep.
Okay then.
All right.
Did it mess y'all up? Yeah, it messed y'all up. I'm sorry. I got to hang up on y'all now. IG is acting crazy. Yeah, man. That's it, man. That's all I got. I don't see nobody saying nothing else. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank y'all again for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who watched this on the replay. Gold members and Black Spider members, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 3 for the weekend chart prep. To everybody else, I'll see y'all. I apologize to yesterday because when I got off live, I was getting ready to get off live. I had clicked the button once and I didn't realize I clicked it. And then when I was getting ready to do my customary sign out, I clicked it and I just ended the live. I'm sorry for ending the live on y'all like that. But anyway, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. You're probably just gonna be sleeping. For everybody else, man, I'll see y'all Monday at 9 for the overnight price action. Yeah, man. There is Algo. I'm gone.